Because you're working in a unit or a small area, it doesn't mean to say you've got to skimp on tools. If you want to do really good work and enjoy your woodwork, buy the best you can. It doesn't pay to skimp on tools really in the long run. Primarily, this is hand tools. The only power tools I've got is I've got a battery operated drill, I've got an orbital sander and a jigsaw with a mini extraction unit to them. And the reason I went for the sander and the jigsaw was because I had to have a balance between what was practical and what was usable. Now, yeah, I could go 100% saws, hand saws, and I could go hand sanding, but the spin-off of that is I then have dust and I have stuff in the air and it's going to go everywhere. Whereas by making the decision to go for a jigsaw and a sander attached to a very, very small dust extraction unit, it's giving me much more usability, I suppose, of the workbench actually inside the house. This bench, I mean, it's an unorthodox bench and you don't need a full-on Roubo bench. Everyone's clamouring to get Roubos and they have to do this, have to. If that's what you want, that's fine. But if you want to do woodwork, don't be conned into you need an expensive bench. This bench was literally made from scrap. The top was an old bit of maple silk wood flitch that was warped, twisted and bent. It's got big splits in it. I flattened it out and used it. In fact, I think I did that in one of the Woodworking Masterclass videos. The legs are all split and warped. The shelves, you couldn't make a chopping board out of them, they were that bad. The vise I picked up on eBay for $20 and I sandblasted it, which you didn't have to do, but I wanted to. Painted it blue and it works absolutely fine. What I did say before was if you're going to get into woodwork within an apartment or a flat or a small area, you're going to need tools, but get good tools. And you should be in front because to set up a normal workshop, generally you're up for a table saw, a drop saw, a bandsaw, a dust extractor, a router, a workbench as well. And they cost a fair amount of money. So take that same amount of money and put it into buying good tools. Whether they're H&T Gordon hand tools, which, as you know from Woodworking Masterclass, I really like. They're made in Australia. This Waterstone here, it was from Japanese Tools Australia, and you can find Christian online. He has some brilliant stuff, and I've got some other Japanese tools in the toolbox, which I'll bring out later on. Honestly, if you've got the dough, get one of these if you're working in a small apartment because it's not messy, it's clean, it uses water, it's so convenient, and you can even do knives and meat cleavers and stuff like that on them. In fact, I wouldn't mind bedding down the track if the wife cons me into doing some knives from the kitchen. And that's worth brownie points. Get a tail vise. Again, mine's H&T Gordon, but if there are other ones around, get those because it will help you maximise your bench space. And I haven't used these yet, but hold downs are really good, and bench dogs. As far as noise goes, I've got a decibel counter here, and I've had the dust extractor on with the sander on, and it is no noisier. In fact, it's quieter than my wife's food processor. And I've got sliding doors here, and when you go the other side of the sliding doors, the grandkids are watching TV in the lounge room, they can barely hear the noise I'm making. So that's something to, think about down the track. You'll develop as you go what you need, but from this bench, over the coming months, or coming year at least, I want to make honest, fair dinkum, full-size furniture for a house. So there'll be coffee tables, there'll be china cabinets, wall cabinets, dining room tables, might even throw a chair in there. There'll be some wall cabinets, or did I already say that? A bed head, bedside tables, all sorts of things. And they're going to be made right here in the corner of this bedroom. So if you've got at least 1.8 by 1.3 metres or what's that, 6 foot by 4 foot, spare room, you too have room for woodwork and you can make furniture. H&T Gordon and Company, Classic Plane Makers, Tormek, T4, Japanese Tools Australia, Promac, Libron Finishing Products, iMuff, Safety First, Nobex, and the Plano Clamping System.